Donna texts you again to tread lightly with Wendy and refers to Dan Markel as an asshole and a fucker, right?
Sorry. You made me laugh. Sorry.
That's what I'm here for.
He's giggling in court over the word fuck when his life is on the line and for murder. You're not going to be giggling at the word fuck because someone says it on, oh, why are you giggling? Oh, because she's just saying fuck in court. They've released so much more. They released all of Lacosse's whole interrogation, which he's pretty much spot on, but a weirdo.
Okay, my theory about Charlie, are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Does he give sugar daddy vibes?
Sugar daddy vibes?
Yes!
Well, yeah, he's been paying off all those girlfriends. That's why they're with him, and he's got a type.
Exactly. He's definitely sugar daddy.
Yeah, that's why they were with him. For sure.
Right. So then, did you see when June and got up on the stand?
Yes.
And, he's just giggling about her.
Oh, and he had little hearts coming out of his eyes as he's watching her.
Yes, and then did you hear the call with him and Donna, and they were talking about how beautiful June looked?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, been listening to the prison, the calls too.
Okay, I haven't heard the recent ones. Okay.
And they're like, oh yeah, June looked beautiful. My theory, and it's kind of dumb. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I do think Charlie's smart. When he's in his prison calls and he's talking, he's smart. So my point is,
yeah, let's hear it.
He's not come across like a Cappleman. She's so smart, right? And he's met his man, and I think that he would be sexually attracted to her.
To Donna Cappleman? Oh my God.
Yeah, Georgia Cappleman.
No, Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. Sorry.
Georgia.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
He's used to being with dumbos, okay? June and Chenda got up on the stand, and she's the biggest bimbo, right?
Right.
And that's how he sees her. He's their sugar daddy.
Right.
He's so fixated on Georgia Cappleman, is called Donna.
Yeah, but what? Why? What was that benefit him?
Entertained by her.
I don't know. What do you through the whole trial? When he was on stand?
Oh yeah, and he showed it when she said "fuck her."
Oh, but
and he's
no. Okay, no. My theory on this is completely different.
Okay, go.
I think that when she was saying "fuck her" and he was giggling, I think he was trying to come off a certain way. I think that was very conscious of him to giggle like that because he's been in, having prostitutes or wherever he's doing and flying, was doing all that stuff and there's no way, and he's giggling over the word fuck in court. He's not that innocent. And I think that was a very conscious move of him to try to appear innocent, an innocent vibe when he's not at all. I think he is. That was very conscious, and I don't.
Never have thought that he was trying to appear innocent.
Oh yes, I think that was all fake. When he was giggling, I don't think that was genuine at all.
So condescending that he's oh my God,
oh.
Saying.
No, and I guarantee if his own attorney was up there saying fuck, he wouldn't have been saying that if it was his own attorney that was a female saying that. But the fact that it was the woman trying to bring him down, a female, he was trying to come off as this little innocent, and try to kind of win her over a little bit and entertain her like he's so used to doing, getting women based off whatever,
Okay, see, I did think that he was doing that. Maybe trying over a female juror. Now I have not seen any of the jurors or what they look like, anything like that.
I don't think it had anything to do with
doing that to try and repeat with a female juror. That thought did cross my mind.
I don't think he was doing anything to entertain Georgia, that he liked her. I think he's coming off to the whole crowd, and he used her as when she said fuck. I can't stop laughing because you said fuck in court. I've never heard that word. Oh my God. And it's he just did it as a ploy of trying to become innocent. He knew what he was doing. That was so fake. I saw right through that in 2 seconds. The fact he's up there giggling like that, he looked like a retard and a liar. And he lost all credibility. I don't know if that moment with me because there's no way a grown man after all they got come out, he goes to wherever, I don't know, like another country, wherever he was going for this prostitute kicks to get off with little, like basically underage kids.
Right.
And he's giggling in court over the word fuck when his life is on the line and for murder. You're not going to be giggling at the word fuck because someone says it on, why are you giggling? Because she's just saying fuck in court. Like it was a cheap attempt of trying to look innocent.
When he's up against her on the stand,
does he look what?
That there is a minutia of respect he has for her.
I mean, I think he probably knows that what he's up against, and he knows she's smart. And like, if you listen to the after jail call, like when he was sitting there on the stand, he kept saying, "You're gonna spin it any way whatever I say, you're gonna spin it into another way."
I love that. Yeah, that caught my ear too.
Whatever I say, you're gonna spin it into something else. And he like rattled off everything. Now
it was almost
playful, but he seemed kind of like pissed. Like he knew that she was going. He knows that she's good, and no matter what he says, she's gonna spin it into to make it.
I think he has more respect for her than he has for any of his, little side hustles. And at the end of the day, a guy that has respect for a woman, like, I'm just saying it. I'm not saying that he can have sex with her. I'm just saying it's an interesting dynamic to think about.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it as I've been watching it.
Yeah, but I don't think it does him any good by, unless he just purely can't help it, but I don't believe that. I think he's very manipulative and smart. Like, he's honestly, like, he's smart, like, book smart, but not even that much. Like, they kind of said, well, he kind of, got through and is a periodontist by, he didn't make the best grades. He did get there. He is smart. But I think he's more street smart and more, like, kind of a player. And so 100% that giggling with the word fuck is not.
He has used charm.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's why he was giggling with the word fuck up there.
Yep.
If a guy was saying that up there, he would not be giggling like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Wrap it up. This is our first podcast episode, and it's titled "Why Did Charlie Adelson Giggle when Georgia Cappleman said?"
And that's exactly why, because he got, by default, he's a player, and he went back to the only thing he knows is to try to giggle and laugh and try to woo her over a little bit and get on her good side.
And I thought, at the time, he was not taking this seriously. He really was not taking the fact that his life was on the line seriously.
Not at that moment, because he was still in the moment. Yeah, and he was still in the moment of his entitledness. That was one of the first moments he's been up there. I think that might have been the first time he's been up there. So he was still in his moment of entitledness that nobody's going to take the Adelsons down. Exactly why we hired a hitman, because we can. And so he went up there knowing. And if you watch it again, like I've now gone back and start watching again, you can see him starting to literally like cave down.
Yeah.
And he would never get back up there again and laugh laugh over the word fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the beginning, he was using only thing he knew was what he does for the rest of for all of his life is charming and trying to be like he's gonna get away with anything because of who he is. He has money and he has looks and he thinks he's God.
And then when it actually comes crashing down, oh my God. Wow, this is reality.
Now, I know this isn't part of our podcast, but I am really curious as to why. Now, Donna and Charlie are both in jail, and yet Wendy has never come to visit them.
Well, she wants to stay on. My thought is, she actually, I think, blocked Donna, which I think she was already on her way of doing, but I think she does not want any involvement with them at all. Because she's afraid that like somehow she'll incriminate herself on a phone call somehow. You know what I mean? Like these phone calls, and then Donna had that little hot mic moment.
Yeah, but if she says, like she said in her initial police interrogation, her family would 100% not do this. If she thinks they're innocent, why don't you go visit them? They're literally in jail.
The silence speaks volumes.
Exactly,
right?
That speaks volumes to me. Like you would go and visit your parents because they're innocent. That's what she's claiming. They're innocent. There's no way my family did that. You're not going to go visit them and make sure they're okay? Your mom's in fucking jail and she's almost 80 years old.
It worked out, baby.
Next episode,
All right, we'll talk about that next time. Okay.
Love it.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
That's what I'm here for.